finals here in Urban Terrain, New Delhi. I have with me my co-caster Vala. Vala, what's up?
Hi Shade Slayer. This is a very exciting scene here. I'm glad that the the first match has been held in this best of three match, and this team Bad Xcuse made a very good comeback. That match was quite exciting. What do you say?
Yeah, definitely. We saw some amazing plays coming out from the Ember Spirit as well as the Lina. They were able to delay out the game with the help of some split pushes, and finally we saw that refresher Axe Laguna coming into play to easily take care of the Gyrocopter, and they really couldn't put up a fight after that. So hats off to Bad Xcuse, but really well played by Surekh Gaming as well. We are just waiting on the teams to load into the game. Looks like we are into the game here. Let me go ahead and just jump you guys right into the draft.
Down click. I got click. One more click on this art.
Oh no, it's already clean.
No, no, you have to.
Alright, for all the viewers on Dota 2 TV, welcome to Ragequit Cup Season 3, the best of 3 lower bracket semi-finals between Bad Xcuse and Surekh Gaming. We saw in Game 1, Bad Xcuse go ahead and play an amazing, phenomenal mid to late game scenario wherein they were able to farm up the Lina as well as the Ember Spirit with some split pushes, were easily able to close out Game 1. Let's go ahead and straight away jump into this draft. But this is Shade Slayer bringing you this cast. With me, the co-caster for today is gonna be Pooja, aka Vala. Vala, what's up?
Hello, I'm looking forward to this second match of Surekh Gaming versus Bad Xcuse. I quite actually anticipated the win for Surekh Gaming in the earlier stages since their lineup was quite strong. It was quite snowballing, but Bad Xcuse, they showed a spectacular performance. I'm quite impressed actually. I didn't expect that from them. Sorry, don't feel offended.
Yeah, so definitely what you say is perfectly right. They did have a really good early game. Surekh Gaming played it really well, but that fight at the tier 2 tower in the mid lane with possibly 4 to 5 track kills where the difference made the difference, helped them get that gold swing. If I was not mistaken, it was a 6k gold swing there coming out right from that one fight, which allowed them to come back into this game. So let's go ahead and jump into this draft. Surekh Gaming have picked up the Winter Wyvern here. Reply to Bad Xcuse with that Bounty Hunter as well as the Lina. Winter Wyvern, we did see it first phase banned out in Game 1. So this is going to be the first time we're going to see Winter Wyvern here at the Ragequit Cup LAN Finals. And I don't have to say anything about the Bounty Hunter as well as the Lina. We saw Bad Xcuse absolutely use both those heroes to their full potential and pull that off. So what do you see here? What interests you in this draft, Vala?
Well, this draft by the Bad Xcuse is a monotonous. These two picks, they were picked in the same accordance as in the first match. And now Surekh Gaming now is trying very hard to counter this combo since Lina's this Laguna has become a pure damage with the Ram Scepter, and now they are quite dread this Bounty Hunter and Lina combo, and I think they might ban Bane as well because that combo was quite deadly with Ben and Lina.
Definitely. But one more thing I would like to point out here is it's gonna be a clockwork on Surekh Gaming this time. Last time it was Bad Xcuse that had the clockwork. We saw amazing hook shot right there in the mid lane onto the Lion, which allowed them to split the fight up into small skirmishes, which easily allowed them to pick off all the heroes. But we're not gonna see clockwork on Bad Xcuse, so they did rely a lot on Clockwork's initiation in the previous game. So we'll have to wait and see what they decide to go for here. Let me go ahead and talk about the bans here. There is the Leshrac as well as the Earthshaker banned out. Earthshaker, the Respect ban against Backlash. We've seen him time and time again pull off amazing Earthshaker plays. So a Respect ban there, but when it comes to Surekh Gaming, we see a Storm Spirit banned out in the first phase. So what do you think? It's kind of I'd say not very typical of teams to ban out Storm Spirit in the first phase.
No,
What do you think?
actually Storm Spirit is quite a mobile hero. So once he gets all KD, it becomes very easier for him to pick off the supports and anyone actually. He just dives among the five and then takes off and then dives away. He picks up momentum from the early game. So yeah, I think it's a better ban.
Awesome, awesome, yeah. And we see the Clins as well as the Gyrocopter being banned out here, so we're not going to see any more of those aggressive tri-lane slash offensive safe lane tri-lanes coming out from the Gyrocopter. We also see the Swifty Templar Assassin taken out here. In fact, when I was watching the draft of Game 1, I had expected Bad Xcuse to show some sort of respect towards Swifty's TA. It did make it to the pool. They were able to deal with it, but not to be the case this game. They immediately take out, and the reply is that Tuskar. I have seen Bad Xcuse time and time again dominate with that Tuskar. Valor, what do you think? Are we possibly in here for another Techies game?
Oh, Techies, that is going to be very awesome. I mean, I'm going to laugh my lungs out if they happen to pick Techies. But this is the second match, so I think they might take the risk since the odds are in the favor of Bad Xcuse. They have won the first match, so I think yeah, they might take the risk.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen many games wherein sometimes they tend to run Tuskar on Zomji, or sometimes it even goes to Pasol wherein Zomji plays the Techies. They've run this time and time again. I've seen them run it in Ragequit Cup. I've seen them run it in Mac Gaming Tournament as well. So that could be a trump card up their race if they decide to go their way. But the stakes are real here. The loser goes home. So it could be a very bold move coming out of Bad Xcuse, especially now that they are one game ahead here in the BO3. Talking about the Surekh Gaming lineup, an amazing teamfight lineup right there. You have the Clockwork to initiate with the hookshot, the cogs in, which pretty much either the team has to sacrifice the guy who's getting hooked in, or if you decide to fight around, there's always the Winter's Curse coming in from the Winter Wyvern to follow up with the hookshot. So I agree, the Bad Xcuse do have a disengage in terms of the Tusk Snowball. So that could be clutch here in allowing the heroes of Bad Xcuse to disengage from that Clockwork initiation. And now we see the Undying, time and time. This is not much to talk about the Undying. An amazingly strong offlaner. It can be run in the 4th position role as well, but always you see the Undying go over to the enemy's safe lane and wreak havoc over there. You really need a lot of mobile heroes to deal with that lane. We've typically seen heroes like Queen of Pain being thrown out there against the Undying so that you can easily disengage from that Tombstone initiation. So what do you think here? What lineup do you like as of now, Valor?
Since Tuskar has been picked by Bad Xcuse, so I think Surekh Gaming is aiming to pick more tanky heroes, because last time they had Queen of Pain as well as Templar Assassin. So in the beginning, I was quite confused that who was going to be mid. Was it Queen of Pain or Templar Assassin? And they were both fragile. So I think this time Surekh Gaming will aim for more tankier heroes, as well as more healing. They didn't have neither mechanism nor Pipe of Insight in the last game. So yeah, I think Surekh Gaming.
Yeah, definitely. We didn't even see a Solar Crest for that matter. We usually see supports rush that Solar Crest. We didn't even see that in play. So that could be the case. And we see the Techies pick here and Ragequit Cup here. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be a Zomji Techies. That's going to be the Pasol Tuskar. That is going to be the lane to look out for. The Bad Xcuse off lane is gonna be the place where there's all this action. Ladies and gentlemen, for people who are not familiar with this combo, what happens is basically at level 1, Techies basically gets into the Tusk Snowball. You go and you shards up, and the Techies drops down a mine as well as commits suicide. That's an easy kill for the side of Bad Xcuse. It's going to be a Phantom Lancer pickup here as the 4th pick for Surekh Gaming. So that's going to be one of Icecube's signature heroes, I would say. A couple of his the go-to heroes for Icecubes is the Anti-Mage as well as the Phantom Lancer. So he is in his comfort zone here. I would say the best way to play. I've actually seen the draft analysis made by PPD for the TFI Grand Finals. He says that if a team has a certain number of comfort picks, you'd rather go for the comfort pick than go pick a hero which actually suits the draft, but then you're not so comfortable playing that, because like you said, the word comfort hero goes right there. That's actually his analysis behind picking Skyrath Mage in the Grand Finals. So possibly Surekh Gaming going down similar lines. We see a Phantom Lance pick. For now, there's a Tinkerband coming out from Bad Excuse, very surprising. And we see Blizzard's Ember Spirit banned out Valor. So there's no words for that. Amazing play by Blizzard. What do you say, Valor?
Well, yeah, last game was quite deadly. Was quite well played by the Blizzard. He played quite well, this Ember Spirit hero. But I think the Surekh Gaming should now pick a ranged hero. Since I think that big Phantom Lancer was quite absorbed just immediately after Techie's got picked. So what do you think? That was it a fair pick for Surekh Gaming?
Yeah, definitely. Over here, what they're trying to do is just survive through the lanes. They're probably gonna even have Undying in that lane versus the Tusk Techies. For all you know, they may even dodge the lane. They may just throw the Clockwork in the safe lane and go aggressive to try and dodge that Tusk Techies lane. They don't really want to engage into that lane in the early phases. You want to get your Phantom Lancer nice and farmed up. One more thing I would like to point out is there is no AoE control on the side of Bad Excuse. So if that Phantom Lancer actually gets a couple of items up, I really don't see Bad Excuse being able to catch him out and burst him down during these mid to late game scenarios, Valor.
I think Tuskar becomes quite deadly in the late game when he farms Jedlers or something. But let's see. I'm not sure if Tuskar is the off-laner or the support. He can be a support also. But I think Bounty Hunter would be a support, and Techies, of course. Techies and Bounty Hunter will be supports. And now Queen of Pain has been picked by the Surekh Gaming.
Yeah, very strange draft here. We usually don't see Tiny being picked up when there is no IO on the same side. But here, one more combo that comes to the stock standard pub combo that comes to our mind is. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are into game 2 of this best of 3 between Bad Excuse and Surekh Gaming. On the side of Radiant, we have Bad Excuse. It's going to be Ingenious Archmage playing his Lina again. It's going to be Kroaz on that support roaming Bounty Hunter. It's going to be Tuskar played by Pesol. On the safe lane, we see Blizzard on his Tiny, and that finally puts Zomji on his Techies. What are we seeing on the side of Dire Valor?
Okay, this Queen of Pain is playing mid. This Swifty is on Queen of Pain. Okay, and this Undying as well as Winter Wyvern. I think they are the supports, while Clockwork is the off-laner. I think they have got, okay, there is a Snowball at top rune, while okay, Phantom Lancer made a shadow escape and he's on the high ground.
Tombstone has been deployed here for now. They are trying to disengage from this. Zombies are pursuing the Lina right now, but there's a nice doppelganger onto the high ground there from the Phantom Lancer. Saved him there from an impending first blood drop, Valor, but looks like he's going to be safe for now. He's just going to wait up for that doppelganger to cool down to get back to the bottom, to the safe lane. Looks like there's going to be no dodge coming out from the side of Surekh Gaming. They are sending the Clockwork to the safe lane, to the bottom lane, which means it's going to be a lot of trouble here for the Phantom Lancer to pick up farm here in the safe lane, Valor.
Yeah, well, okay, Phantom Lancer has returned to his lane. And Techies, okay, Techies and Tuskar are on the same lane. They are going to try a combo here by using Snowball as well as Techies skill.
Yeah, definitely. The snowball into the suicide is gonna be the play here for Bad Excuse. Let's just wait and see how successful they are. For now, he does have remote mines. He's gonna have, sorry, the land mines. He does have to wait for that level 2 before he can level up that suicide. Let's just see how this lane plays out for now. Let's have a look at the last hits and denies for now. The Queen of Pain is doing really well here up against the Lina. This matchup, we've seen time and time again in TI. It does favor the Lina a lot. Lina tends to dominate the Queen of Pain in the middle lane, especially on a one-on-one matchup. So we'll have to wait and see how he's able to deal with this Archmage Lina in the mid lane, and if he does not fall a lot behind in the early game, he's going to be able to catch up during the mid to late game scenario. On the top lane, there's not much of action for now. We do see some harass coming out from the techies here, but he's just hitting for 30 a pop, so that's not going to be a lot of trouble for Xcuse to deal with. We're just seeing a pull coming out here from the Undying. Valor, what do you think about Undying in the safe lane? We typically see him run in the off lane, wherein he's able to pressure the enemy carry, but here he's being used defensively so that the Tusker as well as the techies don't actually dive into that Phantom Lancer. So what do you think about that, Valor?
No, sorry, actually I disagree with you, Shadeslayer. I have seen Undying playing Tri-Lane. He does play as a support, but actually if Undying, okay, we have missed a first blood here at top lane. Xcuse as well as Tuskar have pawned Phantom Lancer, and this Winter Wyvern and Undying couldn't do anything. They were just helpless.
Yeah, looks like I was hit with the curse of the Obi-Wan Kenobi. I missed the first blood there. Looks like there was a snowball coming out from the Tuskar. Ended up with a suicide from the techies. Was able to pick up that kill on the Phantom Lancer. There was some harass coming out from the Winter Wyvern thanks to that Arctic burn, but nothing much in terms of kill potential for the Winter Wyvern. Here in the mid lane for now, we're seeing it going neck and neck. Lina does have a slight edge onto the Queen of Pain. We're seeing pings coming out in the bottom lane. They want to try and make a go. There are a couple of landmines here. If the Clockwork does move in that direction, it could end up being a quick kill going the way. Looks like there is an engage onto the top lane. Splinter Blast has been used by the Winter Wyvern. They're trying to go in here. There is a doppelganger aggressively coming out, and the kill wasn't secured there. Nice snowball right on time, but he does finally go down to the Phantom Lancer. So a comeback kill there going in the way of Surekh Gaming.
That was a nice blood since techies has had the skill on cooldown. So and there was snowball used very right on time, but he was quite low on HP, so his death was inevitable. I can see that on bot lane that Tiny is out of mana, and he's trying hard to farm. They are both melee heroes, so they are not having any trouble. But Tiny eventually lost his mana while farming. He must have used his skill.
Yeah, definitely. He's probably just used most of his mana there, trying to secure some sort of farm here in the bottom lane. Looks like we may have an engage in the bottom lane here. The Bounty Hunter moves into position here. There is a cog there which burns off all the mana of the Tiny, so he's not going to have any for the combo coming up, which means the Bounty Hunter for now is going to disengage. Looks like there was an engage here in the mid lane. Some harass coming out from the Queen of from the Lina onto the Queen of Pain. She is dropped really low. She does not have any bottle charges either, so she's gonna have to play it really safe here until that crow is available for bottle crowing. On the top lane though, this is where all the action is gonna happen. Suicide attack is coming off cooldown in another 25 seconds, so let's keep our eyes glued here onto the top lane. We don't want to miss out another suicide kill coming out from the techies. What do you say, Valor?
Yes, I actually agree with you. This techies and Tuskar combo is actually very hilarious. It is quite, and it is even more hilarious when we spectate someone and see someone dying, and we can see that there Winter Wyvern has used his skill on Lina, and the Queen of Pain is going aggressive on her, and she's dead.
Yeah, there's a nice rotation coming out there from the Winter Wyvern, setting up with that Arctic Burn, was able to slow down the Lina, and spam coming out from the Queen of Pain was able to secure that kill onto the Lina in the mid lane. Meanwhile, on the top lane, the suicide attack has come off cooldown, so we're waiting on some sort of an engagement here. We see the snowball coming out from the Tusker. He's able to doppelganger out of there before the suicide is used by the techies, which means the Phantom Lancer is going to be safe for now. He does use the suicide. The shots is able to secure that kill onto the Undying there. A nice doppelganger coming out from the Phantom Lancer was able to save him, but I can't say this case is similar with the Undying, as he went down there, finished off with the shards coming out from the Tusker. So nice play there coming out from Bad Xcuse. The score is 4-3 on the leaderboard. 6 minutes into the game. Let's have a look at the gold and net graphs for now. We see a goal lead of about 1,000 going the way of Bad Xcuse, and XP is pretty much negligible. It's just about 100 for now. So the game is neck and neck. The scores are neck and neck. We'll just have to wait until one of these teams make a move. One more thing I would like to point out here is typically when I see Bad Xcuse run Techies Tuskar, they absolutely snowball in the save in the offlane, which pretty much forces the supports to hang around there in the mid in the offlane, which in the safe lane rather, which means there's no ganks coming in the offlane as well as the mid lane. But in this case, we're seeing them not dominate as much. The Phantom Lancer does have that doppelganger, a timely doppelganger. He's going to be able to get. And the mid lane, we see the combo coming out from the Lina. She has expended the Laguna Blade there, and that player matchup advantage that she does have has come into play there. She's able to pick up a solo kill. Looks like the Phantom Lancer is dropping really low here. Tuskar is waiting in the backlines. He wants to try and make a go. He does have shards here. Shards connects onto the Undying. He's moving in aggressively here. The Undying does have the Tombstone. He hasn't used it for now. He's able to disengage. Just throw the casual DK for now. So there are no fights here. Bottom lane, we do see the stun coming out as well as the toss from the Tiny. Does drop the Clockwork low, but he does not offer much in terms of damage once he does blow out the entire combo. We see a rotation coming out from the Queen of Pain. They want to try and make a go onto this Tiny here. She is waiting in the backlines in the trees here. An opportune time they might actually engage in here. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we might see another engage coming out. Looks like that's not the case. We see the Bounty Hunter is rotated into the bottom lane as well. Clockwork does have that hook shot ready to go. He does scout it out with the flare. Does not connect there. That's the very nice play there coming out from the Bounty Hunter. If you notice, he was in inverse trying to block the hook shot coming in onto the Tiny. So a really nice play there coming out from the Bounty Hunter. And likewise, that was a nice play from the Clockwork as well. Having noticed that the Bounty Hunter was missing off the lane, off the map, he didn't really want to try and make a go there. We see the mines there being triggered out by the Queen of Pain. She has gone in aggressively onto the cliff there. She's gonna have to wait it out. Meanwhile, we see shards as well as the ball coming out. There is the Suicide, is able to pick up the kill onto the Phantom Lancer. We see the Arctic Burn coming out from the Winter Wyvern as well. The Undying moves into position as well. The Water Sponge has been used. He's trying to disengage here. There is the Splinter Blast coming in as well. It does not connect onto the Tuskar. It drops really low, and the Clockwork, that flare coming in from the bottom lane, was able to secure the kill. Looks like we're still not yet done. The Lina has rotated in here as well. Dragon Slave. The Clockwork does manage to pick up the kill onto the Bounty Hunter by the looks of things, but the Lina does disengage. She knows she is outnumbered here in the top lane. She does not want to go in anymore. So at the end of it all, the score is 7-6. 3-for-2 trade going in favor of Surekh Gaming Valor. So, what do you think about this fight?
Well, that was quite unexpected. This Phantom Lancer was caught off guard and he died. He didn't get chance to use his skill to escape. Okay, Queen of Pain now is going aggressive, and the Techies and her Sonic Wave just secured the kill. That was spectacular.
Absolutely well played there by the Queen of Pain. She did have the entire combo ready to go there. Was easily able to burst down the Techies there. Kind of out of position, I would say, since he did not have teammates around us. Trying to just mine up and push this wave out, and was punished for overstaying his welcome there in the mid lane. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we're seeing the Tuskar back in the lane. He has picked up the power trades as well as the bottle here. Going up against the solo Undying. The Undying is kind of under leveled here. He's pretty much just 4.5 levels in. We see the shard as well as the ball coming out from the Tuskar here, as well as the Phantom Lancer moving in. The Undying does hit the deck here. They're trying to get the return kill onto this Tuskar here. He does not have shards here. We also see the Spirit Lance being used. The Lina rotates in, and the stun does not save the Tuskar. He does go down to the Undying. The Lina has rotated in. She wants to try and make a go onto the Phantom Lancer. Lance comes out from the Lancer. He is trying to disengage here. Lina for now is left dealing with the illusions. We also see the Winter Wyvern coming in with the Splinter Blast. That's onto the Bounty Hunter here. He's dropping really low. The Phantom Lancer with the Lance is able to secure the kill there onto the Bounty Hunter. A hook shot directly connects onto the Lina here. She's stuck here. She wants to try and get out. The stun is not able. She's not able to trigger the stun courtesy that battery assault. So the Lina drops as well. Beautiful play from Surekh Gaming Valor.
I think Clockwork is an MVP hero here. He got double kill in the last gank as well, and his hooks have connected quite well. I think he's the MVP.
Definitely, we earlier saw him snipe a kill with his rocket flare all the way from the bottom lane, and now an amazing hook shot. And meanwhile, I beg your forgiveness. I missed a kill here in the mid lane. Looks like Tiny, with the help of Tuskar, was able to bring down that Queen of Pain here. So Queen, this is one more problem I see with Surekh Gaming lineup. They're gonna have to group up a lot because the solo kill, if they do get caught out, they have a lot in terms of initiation. The Tiny, the Taskar, there's the Techies, there's a lot of burst, there's a lot of initiation. So if they don't do actually group up, I see them getting picked off a lot, Valor.
They are just getting picked off at top lane since there's a strong trio of Winter Wyvern and Dying as well as Phantom Lancer. This Winter Wyvern is there to use his Cold Embrace and this Decay of Undying just smashes the armor from the enemy hero. So I think that's a great trio which is very undefeatable. While at mid they are able to pawn Queen of Pain when she's alone.
Yeah, definitely. So they're gonna have to watch out their positioning here. The Bounty Hunter has been caught out. There's a dust coming out from the Queen of Pain. There's an immediate use of the Shadow Strike as well. The Queen of Pain is able to secure that kill courtesy that double damage rune there. So nice pick off there onto the Bounty Hunter. Not much in the grand scheme of things, I would say, but any gold here is welcome for the side of Surekh Gaming. They are putting in a lot of pressure. Looks like there is a 4-hero rotation coming out here onto the top lane. The Undying as well as the Phantom Lancer do smell that there's something sneaky coming out here. He is able to spot out the Tiny here. Looks like they're going to transition this into a top tier 1 push here, while Surekh Gaming actually are trying to get a trade-off here. They want to try and make a go onto this bottom tier 1. There is a double damage rune onto the Queen of Pain, so she's going to be able to make quick work of this bottom tier 1 tower. So looks like they have found the Undying. Have they? The Tombstone has been deployed. They have saw that the shards does not connect. There's a stun coming out from the tech, as well as the snowball here from the Taskar is easily able to secure that kill with the Walrus Punch. The Tombstone hits the deck as well. So the Undying there overstaying his welcome in the trees was spotted out. The tier 1 does go the way of Techies. They're secured with that landmine in the bottom lane. We see the Queen of Pain also secure the kill. Looks like the Winter Wyvern is caught out here with the Laguna, as well as the stun has been used. Snowball not even needed, and he already hits the deck. The score is 10-2 here. Let's just wait on. There is a hook shot available on this Clockwork here. He's trying to find one here. This he does not have flare though. The hook shot does connect onto this Lina. She's trying to get out of here. He does not have mana for the cogs. He is moving into the mines. He does shatter, but there is an immediate blade mail coming out. Is able to keep him alive here. He is dropping really low. The Tusker is really does not have much in terms of mana. The Queen of Pain does blink in aggressively. There's a ball coming out from the Tusker. He wants to try and make a go. There's a TP out from the Techies as well. Are they going to continue with this snowball? They are. There's a Clockwork in position. He does not have any mana though. This Tusker seems to have been caught out of position. Blade Mail comes out as well. Queen of Pain brings in aggressively. So there is the Scream of Pain to secure the kill onto that Tusker. So at the end of it all, the fight recap isn't even showing all the kills. This fight has been going on forever. So at the end of it all, the score is 14-2 in favor of Surekh Gaming. There is a pause coming out here from the Bounty Hunter by the looks of things. Let me go ahead and take this moment to show you the graphs. There is a goal lead of about 2,000 going the way of Bad Xcuse, and XP lead is Zit. There's nil Zit. There's nothing going. With all these team fights, experience has been split evenly between both these sides. So precarious position, I would say. There's only they do still have the tier 1 tower for the side of BX, so they do have some sort of map advantage, I would say. The Phantom Lancer is rotating towards the bottom lane. He is in Invis for now. He does spot out the Tiny here. Pings are coming out. The heroes of Surekh Gaming are converging in here. The Techies has walked in, but the Phantom Lancer, that sentry ward dropped in. Nice dodge coming out from the Phantom Lancer there. If he did overstay his welcome there near the rune spot, he would have gotten caught and been immediately blown up there with the 3 heroes of Bad Xcuse. He, however, moves into the backlines. He does spot out the Lina here. A lance has been thrown out. His teammates have come in. Beautiful hook shot coming out from the Lina. He is Yule's come for now. There's the cogs pushing her away, and she easily drops down to the Clockwork. There is the Shuriken toss bouncing between the heroes. There is the Winter's Curse here used onto the Tiny. They're trying to burst it down. There's a defensive use of the snowball that goes into the Clockwork. The punch comes out as well. There's a lance. There's a beautiful mine there coming out from the Tech. Is able to secure the kill. Queen of Pain blinks in aggressively as well. 1 click, 2 click. Budgie is trying to bottle up there. That stun is able to stray off that incoming charge there from the side. There is the Winter Wyvern coming in as well onto Tusker. There is an aggressive snowball onto the Queen of Pain. That TP is cancelled out. The Walrus Punch is dropping really low. The shot's able to bring her down there. He is caught out there in no man's land though. He's between 2 heroes. He does go down there finally to the Winter Wyvern. So amazing plays coming out from both these sides. One more thing I would like to point out is these are really long engages. Well, this is not like a 10-second engage. This is pretty much going on for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I think I really want to hoot and applause for these gangs. I've never witnessed these spectacular gangs. While Queen of Pets was a bad move by Queen of Pain, her playing went quite wrong. She should have played inside the trees, but the Scar's snowball was quite unexpected. Okay, there's a hook shot on Lena at top lane, and this Clockwork got a kill. But unfortunately, in the last gang, this Clockwork had lost his dominating streak. I don't remember to whom did he lose the streak. Okay, that was Techies.
Yeah, that was the Techies landmine coming in there to secure that kill onto the Clockwork in the previous fight. But this fight, I would say that was really well played there. Lena, I'm pretty sure she was inches away from grabbing that haste rune and possibly avoiding the Phantom Lancer. Meanwhile, does walk into some mines here. Is he in a lot of trouble? No, he isn't. The Techies is all alone here on the top lane. They don't want to try and make a go onto the Phantom Lancer yet. He has farmed up his bottle, treads, wand, Aquila, as well as that drums of endurance, so he is really tanky. He's going to be possibly working up his way towards that next item, Diffusal Blade. We see the Winter Wyvern coming in here. He did use the Arctic Burn. He wanted to try and go on aggressively against the Bounty Hunter, but he saw he did expect some incoming rotations and is able to back out for now. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, what does the Tiny have? The Tiny has a Blink Dagger picked up, so that's another source of initiation coming out for the side of Bad Xcuse. He does have Blink as well as drums, possibly working his way towards. Looks like I did miss a kill here. The Clockwork seems to have spotted out the Tusker in the enemy jungle, and they were easily able to bring him down. So, hats off to Surekh Gaming. They didn't let that long grueling game wear them down after game 1. They're up and go here. They're putting up an amazing show here in game 2, Vela.
Yes, actually they're doing quite a pretty job, but I think they should as soon as actually they are getting an advantage of winning the gang. So I think you should push on pushing since in the late game Techies would be a threat for them. He will just spread his mines all over the place, and it will become very difficult for SG to push then. So I think this is the chance that they should push since Tiny has just a Blink Dagger and nothing else. But it's a PL's farm.
The PL pretty much has drums, Aquila, wand, and
okay, he's not
push. Yeah, he's not farmed enough push. And one more thing, exactly what you said. Last game we did see Surekh Gaming actually do really well in the early game, but we saw how powerful the split push play is from the side of Bad Xcuse. Both their cores are really good at it. We saw the Lina, we saw the Ember Spirit easily push out the lanes, prevent any sort of group up and push from the Surekh Gaming side. Post 20-25 minutes, they were pretty much restricted to their base. So, like you said, this is the time to go for Surekh Gaming. However, they are gonna need a couple of pickoffs before they go ahead, because last time we saw them actually group up at the tier 2 tower, give away 4 or 5 track kills, and after that it was really difficult for them to mount any sort of aggression from there on. So they're gonna have to play this really safe. There is the remote mines as well in play now, so we're gonna see the supports actually get starved in terms of farm. We usually expect the Winter Wyvern to go into that Glimmer Cape, your Solar Crest, but over here he's gonna have to invest a lot in terms of vision, I would say, since there is the Techies on the table, Vala.
Yeah, since Bad Xcuse has Techies, so the supports of the Surekh Gaming now are just going to buy infinite sentries. I think that the time will come that they will buy gems soon, and they will just forget sentries and will buy their own items, like you suggested, the Glimmer Cape on Winter Wyvern.
Yeah, definitely. That Glimmer Cape is going to play a major role here, especially against the nukes coming out from the Lina before she's able to pick up that Aghanim Scepter. So that's going to be able to mitigate a lot of incoming damage, magical damage from the side of BX. Meanwhile, looks like Queen of Pain walked into some mines somewhere. I'm not really sure where it was, but the Techies is able to pick up the kill onto the Queen of Pain. This is one more problem I see playing up against Techies. He messes with your mind. You always have mines all around you. You are pretty much tiptoeing all around the map. You're not really sure. Looks like there is a hookshot coming out from the Clockwork onto the Tiny. Blade Mail has been used as well. Tiny is cornered here in no man. There is a snowball coming in from, and there is the use. He's able to keep the Tiny alive here. There is the use used by the Lina on the backlines and the Laguna to secure the kill onto the that Clockwork. Meanwhile, we also see the Arctic Burn coming out from the Winter Wyvern. Winter's Curse has been used onto the Lina. She's dropping really low. He's able to secure the kill. Tiny comes in as well aggressively here. He does have all his spells in cooldown here. There is the defensive use of the Cold Embrace here. Not going to be able to save him against the magic damage. Meanwhile, in the backlines, we also see Tusker bring down the Undying. So this is a really bad play coming. This was a kind of a misplay coming out, I would say, from Surekh Gaming. They did clump up. They went down again. I'm seeing a similar pattern to Game 1 Valor. Are we going to see the tides turn?
Yeah, that was a very unfair trade of the heroes. The BX just lost Lina, while the team Surekh Gaming lost 3 of its players, 2 supports and 1 off-laner, while Queen of Pain was nowhere to be seen and PL is just succumbed to farming. Phantom Lancer's farm is quite low. Is he aiming for Radiance or Diffuser Blade? What do you say?
This is going to be a typical Diffusal Blade into Manta style play, I would say. Radiance this late into the game, if he's building up towards it, we usually see Phantom Lancers go Naked Radiance because that does allow you to accelerate the farm. If they want to fight, they go for the Drums Aquila. So I don't really see the Phantom Lancer actually transitioning into a Radiance build here. It would be a big misplay from the side of Surekh Gaming if Ice Cubes, for that matter, if he does decide to go for the Radiance, it's possibly going to be a standard Diffusal Blade into Manta style, or even an Eye of Skadi, I would say, after the Diffusal pickup. So
I think Diffusal Blade is a good item for Surekh Gaming, since Tiny has a very less mana pool. So yeah, Diffusal Blade will be, that's, yeah, here he goes, he has made Diffusal Blade, and now he will just going to drain mana from Tiny as well as Techies, since he wouldn't have mana left for his suicide.
Definitely. If he's able to doppelganger out into the Tiny and a couple of right clicks from the illusions as well as the main hero, that Tiny is going to be starved for mana for his combo, which he pretty much relies on till he picks up his Aghanim Scepter. He's pretty much like a one-trick pony. You get in, you do your stun, you do your toss, and you're getting out. You don't offer much in terms of physical damage until he picks up that Aghanim Scepter. Looks like he's not very far off from the Aghanim Scepter. He does have 2 components ready. We see a smoke coming out from Surekh Gaming here. We're seeing a rocket here trying to scout out for heroes. They are moving into the Radiant jungle here for now. They are going to move into this Techies by the looks of things. He is spotted out. The Clockwork walks right into him. There's a suicide immediately coming out from the Techies. Is going to deny the kill here. There is, yeah, like Valor pointed out, there are some mines there. It's actually spotted out here. What is spotting out? Is there a gem on any of these heroes?
Is there a gem? Not
there is a gem. There is a gem onto the Winter Wyvern. So they want the map control back here. They don't want to be dealing with this pesky mines and moving into that. We already saw Queen of Pain succumbing to those mines. So they don't want to deal with any of that. An early gem here is going to allow them. We also see a hookshot here onto the Bounty Hunter. He's caught out at the tier 2 tower, and the Clockwork is easily able to solo down the Bounty Hunter. This is one more really good pick against the Bounty Hunter. I've typically seen teams go for a Spirit Breaker to counter out the Bounty Hunter. He shows his face anywhere on the map. There's immediately a charge with a dust to easily bring down the Bounty Hunter. Clockwork works pretty much in the same sense, but he's always going to have to hang around the area where the Bounty Hunter is initiating, because he does not have the global ability that the Spirit Breaker offers, but he's pretty much being used for the same scenario here. He wants to try and stop bad Xcuse from splitting up and farming, which we saw was the downfall of Surekh Gaming in Game 1. The heroes of bad Xcuse just split up, just farmed up, and endgame that item advantage was just a little too much for the side of Surekh Gaming to handle. So we'll have to wait and see if Clockwork is successful here in the mid game in stopping the heroes of bad Xcuse from farming. We know Tiny, he's a really hard carry, but he does require a lot of farm. He does need the Aghanim Scepter, he does need an assault. You typically want the Tiny to also get a BKB to be effective in fights. Like you said, the mana burn from Phantom Lancer is going to be a big issue, so he's going to need a BKB as well. So he's really far off from getting all those items. So this is the time for Surekh Gaming to actually utilize this lineup, and rightly so. We see them go for smokes time and time again. They are grouping up here. They know it's do or die. Though they do have the hardest carry in terms of Phantom Lancer, that a farmed Phantom Lancer versus a farmed Tiny, I still would prefer a Tiny. I see Tiny coming out ahead. What do you say, Vala?
Okay, well, only time will tell which carry is going to be more farmed. But I think, well, I'm quite perplexed about this gang. Xcuse can turn, yeah, Xcuse is a table turner. He can turn the tables at any time. That's why the Surekh Gaming were forced to buy the gem, and they just don't want to take any risk. They just want to dive and kill BX. Okay, now this Tiny and Lena are taking the mid tower. Now they're getting by since the teleportations have come at the mid tower.
Yeah, looks like the side of Surekh Gaming don't want to give away this tier 2 tower. Does mean that since the tier 2 at the top is also down, they're going to lose access to their jungle. They do need it for the Phantom Lancer as well as the Queen of Pain to farm up. So this tier 2 is somewhat of a positional advantage. Looks like the Phantom Lancer was able to pick up a kill here onto the top lane. He is dropping really low. He is tracked up here as well. There is the Diffusal Blade used defensively to take the track off. We also seeing the Queen of the Lena moving in aggressively. She wants to try and catch out this Phantom Lancer who has moved into the trees here. We are seeing pings come out as well. Does he have a teleportation? He does, and he's able to scamper out of there. So a very nice kill there going the way of Surekh Gaming, an offlaner for another. Actually, there isn't a clear-cut off-lane position, I would say. It's pretty much position 3.5 shared between the techies as well as the Tuskers. So in that sense, it's sort of like a small win for Bad Xcuse, though it did force the Lena to rotate towards the top lane. Looks like there's another smoke here. 3-hero smoke coming out from the side of Surekh Gaming. They're going to walk into the techies again by the looks of things. There are mines being laid out here. The smoke has been popped. They know Queen of Pain blinks in aggressively here. There is the Shadow Strike as well. There is the wind. There is the Arctic Burn coming out from the top. He does have, he's been used up here for now. Sonic Wave does connect. Perfectly timed use into Sonic Wave from the Queen of Pain. Prevents that techies from, actually he did not even have suicide there. It was on cooldown, so death was pretty much inevitable valor for that techies.
Yeah, well, okay, that was a nice pick off on Techie since he's a threat, and they are just trying to prevent him from laying the mines. Now they will they will be able to roam through their jungle and just going to they're just getting rid of these mines, and now they need to pick up one more actually to push since PL has is done with his blink dagger, and now he's rushing for heart.
Right, looks like that could be an immediate heart rush. I've seen professional players especially aggressive on his Phantom Lancer just pick up a casual vitality booster, work his way into the Manta, and then finally come back to complete the heart. So it could be either or. For now though, he does have there is a hook shot coming out from the Clockwork. There is the defensive use of the snowball. For now he is moving aggressively into 3 heroes. Tombstone has been already deployed. We also see the Tiny coming in here. There is a stun as well as the toss, but the toss does not connect. The Clockwork is dropping really low. Walrus Punch is able to secure the kill there. So that for now though, it looks like it's just gonna be one kill. All the heroes of Surekh Gaming back out there. They know that was an unfavorable engage there coming their way. So they learned their lesson from the previous fight, from the previous match. We saw the Clockwork hook into the Lion. The team hung around, fought, and it ended up being a full 5-man wipe. But here, they're playing it safe. The guy getting caught out is just left for himself, and the team backs off. So at around 28.5 minutes in, the score is 26-19 in favor of Surekh Gaming. Surekh Gaming does have the lead in terms of score, the kill score, but it is the side of BX that is doing all the aggression, all the pushing, all the counter initiating here. So they do have the lead here. We're seeing the Arctic Burn coming out from the Winter Wyvern. He has been tracked up here by the Bounty Hunter, so that means he's gonna have to back out, play this really safe here. All the heroes of Bad Xcuse are waiting here for now. Looks like they're just gonna back off. They don't wanna fight in here with a positional disadvantage. Looks like there's a TP coming out from the Bounty Hunter. That Sonic Wave does not managed to kill the Bounty Hunter. He's able to TP out there in time. A Sonic Wave blown. She does have the Aghanim Scepter, so that wasn't much in terms of mana expended, but yeah, the Bounty Hunter is lucky to live to talk another day, Vala.
Yeah, well, he had mechanisms. He had immediately used mechanism on reaching reaching base. So, well, that was a nice item choice by BH. Actually, he had made the same items in the last match. Now, this Surekh Gaming now is again lacking the mechanism as well as Spark of Insight, which I had suggested in the previous game. I think we should go for more for healing. I think that's these items can make them win. What do you say?
Definitely, Bad Excuse, like you said, Bad Excuse does have that mechanism on the bounty hunter, so they have the mechanism, while Surekh Gaming haven't yet built a mech. You typically see Undying build the mech, but looks like he's going for a Glimmer Cape as well. The Winter Wyvern is working his way to a Glimmer Cape as well, so looks like they're gonna sack the idea of having a mechanism here on the side of Surekh Gaming. Like you, but one more thing I would like to point out is post 25 to 30 minutes, I don't see mechanism being a value item pickup, because you typically see teams pick it up 15 to 20 minutes in 10. In the next post 10 minutes from that pickup, you want to force engages because you do have that mechanism advantage over your enemies. But in this scenario, it's really late. So I don't see the side of Surekh Gaming build into a mechans here 30 minutes into this game. This game is sort of slowed down in action. We saw a lot of skirmishes here in the first 15 minutes, but both these teams are playing it really safe now, thanks to Techies providing that map advantage for the side of Bad Excuse Valor.
Yeah, I agree with you about the vision which Techies is providing. It's quite profound. While this Undying, I think he's quite fragile. His armor is just 4. I think he should have rushed for mechanism from the early game. Now, but he's making Glimmer Cape. I don't think that this Undying is of much use in this lineup. If the Undying has got picked, then he has this. He has the advantage of making more armor items and reducing the armor of the opponent team. But I don't think he's quite useful.
Yeah, definitely. Undying, you typically see him for early aggression, lane control. You want to force the enemy supports to come down to your lane and deal with the harass as well as the pressure coming out from the Undying. But in this match, he was used in defensively to try and keep the Phantom Lancer alive against the Tusker plus Techies dives. So he did do his job really well in the laning phase. He was able to secure the farm onto the Phantom Lancer, but 35-40 minutes in, that Undying does fall off really badly. They have the Tiny to easily deal with that Tombstone drop as well, so that's not going to be a major factor in the upcoming fights, but only time will tell how it goes. Looks like Roshan is up here for now. Both the teams do have their eyes set on Roshan. So looks like the next skirmish is gonna be around that area. We see the Phantom Lancer just farming up the Ancients here for now, backed up by the Undying. In the mid lane, we see Tiny has already completed the Assault Kira. So we were talking about that 4-5 slotted Tiny being a monster. He's not far off, well.
Oh, he has 25 armor, and now Queen of Pain and Phantom Lancer just both have had surrounded Tiny, but he had immediately teleported safely to the base. But his armor 25 has just failed him to kill.
Yeah, definitely lots. That high armor Tiny was just a little too difficult to bring down before that TP went off. Also, one more thing I would like to point out is last game the Queen of Pain actually went for a first item Yule Scepter. That if she had gone for a similar build this game, could have been able to stop that teleportation from the Tiny, but she didn't go for that Axe Rush. Looks like she is working her way towards Sight of Voice. We are seeing an engage here. There's a Shadow Strike coming out onto the Tiny. There's a hook shot coming out from the Clockwork as well. Big Sonic Wave connects on 4 heroes. They're dropping like flies here. BX Tiny has already hit the deck here, but there's a counter initiate coming out. Lina is able to get down the Clockwork. So does the Tusker. The Queen of Pain is able to bring down the Tusk. The Phantom Lancers pick up the Bounty Hunter as well. The Phantom Lancer is trying to make a go onto the Lina as well. The stun is beautifully dodged with that spell there coming out from the Phantom Lancer, and the Lina hits the deck. It's a full 5-man wipe of Team BX. Surekh Gaming have found that opening valor.
Yeah, yes, actually I just wanted to hoot in this match. The Winter Wyvern used his Winter Curse so well. He had just bound everyone in the team. That Xcuse. I think this is the first white team wipe out of this match, and it was quite it was very plausible.
Yeah, perfect play there coming out from Surekh Gaming. That initiate with the Winter's Curse, clumping up 3 to 4 heroes of Bad Excuse at that bottleneck near the Radiant Jungle, and that big Sonic Wave connecting onto all 5 heroes of Bad Excuse, easily able to bring them down. That Lina was full HP and half mana, wasn't nearly enough. That beautiful doppelganger dodge of the light strike array was just beautifully played there by the Phantom Lancer. Was easily able to bring down the Lena towards the back end of that fight. So let's go ahead and see what the goal graph says. There is a dip here. Bad Xcuse dominated the net worth graph until that point where we see a dip coming down. It's about 5,000 right now. Actually, it's dipping even further. It's about 3,000. The XP has dipped a lot. It's only about 2,500. So 35 minutes into the game, 2.5k doesn't really make a big difference. It's just a needle in a haystack. It's not way too big of a lead. Nothing that Surekh Gaming cannot turn around on the back of this ultra farmed Phantom Lancer who has completed that Heart of Taras now. So if it was difficult for the side of BX to bring down the Phantom Lancer earlier, it's gonna get even harder from this point on with that heart pickup coming out onto the Phantom Lancer. Valor.
Oh well, okay, Clockwork here tried to connect hook shot, but unfortunately he failed. So well, I think okay, he's going for Scepter. I think is it time to push for Surekh Gaming?
Yeah, that's the problem again I see of Surekh Gaming trying to push up against Bad Xcuse. There is the mines on the table. There is also the possibility of giving away track kills to the side of BX. They're playing this really safe. Surekh Gaming knows they have lost game 1. If they do end up losing this game, they are out of Ragequit Cup. So there is a lot in terms of stake for Surekh Gaming. So I would say that stakes is making them play a little safe here. If this was not a knockout match, I would see Surekh Gaming actually try and secure Roshan and breach high ground. But this is all high stakes here, so they're playing it really safe. You can see that by the looks of things. They're just hanging around at the mid tier 3 tower. Only pretty much the Phantom Lancer heading out. They don't want to get caught out and possibly lose a set of racks to the side of BX Valor.
Yeah, I think patience is virtue is what the Surekh Gaming team has in mind. They are just busy in farming. In the last game, they tried to go aggressive. Actually, they did go aggressive, and they had succeeded in some points. But at one time, there was one point that there was a team fight on the Surekh Gaming, and unfortunately, because of that team fight, all the tables had got turned in the favor of Bad Xcuse. So I think the Surekh Gaming is not taking any chance. This is the reason. Definitely.
Roshan has backup here. Rocket Flare coming out from the Clockwork has spotted that out for now. Are they going to try and make a move here? The Queen of Pain is invis for now. There are no heroes on the side of Bad Xcuse ready to contest this here. Tiny is the lone man here in the bottom lane. Looks like he is working his way towards that Black King bar. He does have the Ogre Club picked up for now though. Looks like there's going to be no Roche attempt. They're playing it really safe here. They're just trying to shove the bottom lane creeps down for this impending possibly Roche fight here. We see the typical Ingenious Archmage split push here coming out in the top lane. The creeps have been forced into the tier 3s. This is going to force out rotations here. It's going to be a really risky Roche attempt if Surekh Gaming decides to go for that. We also see the techies waiting up here in the top lane. He is mining it up. One more thing I would like to point out is this is one more thing pro players do with techies. What they do is there's one mine here. They blow up another mine here. There's another mine here. So when the creeps actually push down, you blow one mine at a time. It's easily able to push the wave back, and you really don't need to commit a hero there in the lane to have that split push going. However, Surekh Gaming haven't actually TP'd in supports here. This is going to be a go for Lina. Lina's going to try and get some permanent damage here onto the tier 3 tower since there are no rotations. Surekh Gaming are waiting here desperately in the bottom lane. They are showing only the Queen of Pain here. They want to try and get Bad Xcuse to initiate onto this Queen of Pain, but Bad Xcuse know their play. They are instead going for that split push play here. The tier 3 has actually taken significant damage. It is dropping really low. With the next wave, I see the Queen of with the Lina actually taking down the tier 3s and possibly forcing Raxus. We also see the Clockwork here use that Rocket Flare to try and scout out. Look, is Tuska gonna be able to cancel this TP? No, he's not. The heroes of Surekh Gaming have come back in here. There is a track onto the Clockwork. That Rocket Flare does not scout out the Invis Bounty Hunter for now, so it's gonna be a disengage for the side of Bad Xcuse. They had to come back in time. They did, however, trade half their hit points of the tier 3 for the tier 2 at the bottom. So I would say that was a nice play from Surekh Gaming. We have seen them getting bottled up inside the base, playing it really safe. So I do understand that it's a really high stake game, lots of pressure on all these players. So hats off to them for coming out on top. At that, we see a beautiful doppelganger coming out from the Phantom Lancer. There is easily able to clear out those mines. The Bounty Hunter is waiting here in the mid lane. There is a DD rune actually at the bottom lane. So if Surekh Gaming actually spot this could be an easy transition into Roshan Valor.
Yes, I think you are right. They are going for Roshan, and Phantom Lancer has picked the double damage rune, and now they are fighting Roshan. And BH is aware of this fact, I suppose. Okay, no, this Bad Xcuse is not taking any action. I thought that BH had scouted Phantom Lancer going to the rush pit, but I think they're oblivion to this fact.
Yeah, definitely. We see a smoke coming out from Bad Xcuse. They're trying to. I'm not really sure what was the intention of using that smoke there. I was guessing that they were going to try and counter initiate into the rush here. He is dropping really low. I'm sure they know there's something fishy up here. We're seeing pings coming out from Bad Xcuse. They want to try and make a go onto this tier 3 in the mid lane. They know for sure that Surekh Gaming is attempting Roshan. It is dropping really low here. Phantom Lancer does pick up the Aegis. He is dropping really low. Clockwork throws out a hookshot, does not connect onto either the Tiny or the Lina. Both of them scamper out of there. So for now there's going to be no engage on the bottom lane. We see there is another engage. There's a Hex used onto the Bounty Hunter. He drops really low. Phantom Lancer was able to pick up the Tusker as well before that. So it's a 2-0 engage in favor of Surekh Gaming on top of securing the Aegis. So that's beautiful play. In the mid lane we also see Tiny being cogged out here. He's trying to make a go. He has already expended the BKB here. Winter's Curse has been used as well. The Undying has come in as well. Sonic Wave connects only onto the Tiny. That he's dropping really low. That BKB has expired here. Arctic Burn is being used. Blinken aggressively coming out from the Queen of Pain. With that Scream of Pain is able to secure that kill onto the Tiny. So big advantage going the way of Surekh Gaming Valor.
Okay, well, Tiny had used his blocking bar just to secure the T3 tower. Well, I think Winter Wagon was nowhere near to use his Winter Curse. Well, Winter Curse can go through the BKB, but I think he wasn't there at that time. So, unfortunately, they lost the T3 tower. But now it's time to push the tower. It's the right time actually to take this action.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, the Phantom Lancer does have the Aegis. He has completed the Butterfly as well. So, this is the time they need to push. Tiny is down for 46 seconds. Does he have buyback? He does not. He's actually 600 gold away from a buyback. So if Surekh Gaming are actually aware of this fact, I possibly see tier 2 dropping here, as well as some kind of pressure going towards T3 and possibly even Rax. So for now though, there is the Undying here trying to do some... Oh, that's actually nice play here. We are also seeing an initiate here. The Queen of Pain is trying to make a go onto this Tusker. There's a defensive use of the 4-star from the Lina. She 4-stars onto the high ground as well. So they save for now. There is the Slave coming out from the Lina to try and damage out the heroes of Surekh Gaming. Tier 2 has already hit the deck. Clockwork was able to secure that mid tier 2. Are they going to try and transition this into a mid push? Yes, they are. What I was trying to point out earlier was there are some mines here. This Phantom Lancer could actually drop really low here. There's a hook shot which does not connect onto the Bounty Hunter. For now though, he is safe. There is the lance used by the Phantom Lancer. He does have Aegis ready to go. For now though, there is the Life Strike array. Does not connect. The Phantom Lancer dropping really low. He does defensively doppelganger onto the bottom lane here. To the bottom ground rather. The Tusker moves in aggressively. He's trying to and catch out any heroes of Surekh Gaming. They don't want to try and initiate onto this Phantom Lancer. They want to try and catch out the Queen of Pain or the Undying right off the bat to get this engage in their favor. For now though, Lina is trying to clear out these illusions of the Phantom Lancer. There's a beautiful hook shot coming out from the Clockwork. There's a ball coming out from the Tusker as well. There is the Laguna actually expended already onto the Clockwork. He does hit the deck, but there is structural damage here being done by Surekh Gaming. That tier 3 is dropping really low. Meanwhile, there's an engage here. Tombstone has already been deployed as well. Tiny walks in aggressively. He does have that BKB ready to go. The heroes of Surekh Gaming are dropping really low, and the Cleave is able to bring down the The Undying here, they're trying to pursue onto the Winter Wyvern. There is the use of the Glimmer Cape, is going to keep him alive for now. He continues to pursue on. The Glimmer Cape has one of the stun as well as the toss, is able to secure the kill onto the Winter Wyvern. So at the end of it all, it was a 4-for-0 engage. Only the Phantom Lancer lives through it, and that Aegis wasn't even used. So beautiful high ground defense there coming out from Bad Xcuse Valor.
This is what I feared for Surekh Gaming because of the mines and that you see that Dusk was just harassing using his ice shards, because of which this Undying and Winter White was getting quite low, and Laguna struck Clockwork, and now 4 men are dead from the Surekh Gaming, and now Back Xcuse has taken his advantage to push the mid, and now PL is just standing, it's one man standing, and he's just willing to kill everyone.
Yeah, there's a buyback coming out from the Queen of Pain. They want to try and make a go here. The Range Rax has already hit the deck. There's a TP coming out from the Clockwork as well. He's trying for staffing in here. There's the Phantom Lancer going to work here. Sonic Wave is able to bring down the Techies. For now though, they are hit by what looks like the stun from the Techies, which is going to allow the heroes of Bad Xcuse to disengage here for now. That stasis trap there, perfectly placed from the Techies, is able to allow them. Looks like the Clockwork walked into a couple of mines there and pays for it with his life. This is the problem again. The Winter Wyvern hit the deck, lost his gem in that fight. So now they don't have any thing in terms of detection. They only have a few sentries on Winter Wyvern. Not nearly going to be enough for a high ground push, I would say, for Surekh Gaming.
Yeah, well, if Techies has a Ghanem Scepter, then these sentries would be futile. Does Techies has yes, he does have a Ghanem Scepter, so sentries are not going to be much of use. But still, the Surekh Gaming is willing to push the mid. And is there backup? Is there any buyback? Yes, this buyback on everyone on the Bad Xcuse. But still, they're enthusiastic to push it out. They just can't wait anymore.
There's a Sonic Wave coming out from the low ground here onto this Lina. 2 defensive force stamps is able to bring her back. There's an offensive doppelganger coming out from the Phantom Lancer. He continues to pound on, but the backdoor protection is able to keep up that Rax alive. He is dropping really low, walks into a couple of mines. The Undying is dropped really low as well. Toss does not bring him down for now. There's a toss as well as the ball coming out from the Tusker. Is able to bring down the Undying. They're caught out here in no man's land. He has used the Winter's Curse onto Blizzard here for now. He's getting caught out. There's a car coming out as well. There's a Laguna used from the Lina. She does not is able to bring down the Clockwork, but the Queen of Pain is able to bring down the Tusker. BKB has been used by the Tiny. Continues to pound down. This Hex coming out from the Queen of Pain. Are they going to turn this around? There's a hookshot coming out from the Clockwork as well. Queen of Pain comes in aggressively. The Light Strike and it does not connect. There's a Sonic Wave is able to bring down the Bounty Hunter. Lancer is able to bring down the Tiny as well. Bounty Hunter bites back into the game. There's a Suicide coming out from the Techies as well. So this fight has gone in favor of Surekh Gaming. Multiple buybacks coming out from Bad Xcuse. Tiny has hit the deck. He does not have buyback. That was a dieback coming out from Tiny. Oh, actually there is a buyback from Tiny first. I'm sorry about that. He's dropping really low. Phantom Blast has moved in aggressively here, but a beautiful defensive doppelganger there onto the bottom lane. There is the Yules coming out from the Lina onto the Lancer. That stun does not connect, but there's a shards as well as the toss coming out from the Tiny. Is able to bring on the Phantom Lancer. Wicked Sick goes the way of Tiny there, and Surekh Gaming overstayed their welcome. They did win that fight. Forced buybacks. That was their time to back out, but they overstayed the welcome in the mid lane. Paid for it with their lives there. 3 heroes hit the deck. The Clockwork, the Phantom Lancer, the Winter Wyvern, all of them go down. There is a buyback on the Winter Wyvern, but there is no buyback since Queen of Pain actually bought back in the earlier fight, so she does not have a buyback ready here. Phantom Lancer does have the buyback, so that's something on the plus side. Roshan, however, is going to take a couple of minutes, so looks like all these kills aren't going to transition into an Aegis going the way of Bad Xcuse, but definitely a required hold there. Loss there, any possible diebacks on the heroes of Bad Xcuse. I see Surekh Gaming actually securing at least a couple of lanes of Rax Valor.
Yeah, well, actually, the time it took to kill Tiny was quite immense. His armor is just so huge. He wasn't dying. Now they will have to take this risk, turmoil to kill him. Or now this Hex has been used on Lina, but now she forced out herself to their safety.
Yeah, looks like they did try and make a go. That was a valiant attempt there. She did. The Queen of Pain did not actually have much in terms of backup there. Kind of went on YOLO there with that Hex usage, but cleverly backed off. Did not pursue that engage further. So what does the Lina have? The Lina does have her Aghanim Scepter. With the Clockwork in play here, she was forced into that Yule Scepter. I mean the 4-star pickup, which did considerably delay her Aghanim Scepter. But for now, looks like she's working her way to Shiva's Guard. Shiva's Guard on Lina. Interesting, Valor.
Yeah, I think she's building the armor items. So she's quite squishy. She has been dying from the skills of Phantom Lancer as well as Queen of Pain. So yeah, she is armor.
Yeah, definitely. Like you pointed out earlier, that assault did a lot of work, so I can only imagine the Shiva's guard on top of the assault, how much physical damage is going to be mitigated thanks to those couple of armor items. For now, those Surekh Gaming do not want to push high ground. They know the mistake they did. Roshan is going to be up soon as well. Actually, it's already up. We're seeing pings come out from Bad Xcuse, from Ingenious Archmage. They know that Roshan is up for stake, and Surekh Gaming have their eyes set on Roshan here. The Rocket Flare is actually going to scout out the Roshan for Surekh Gaming. Pings come out from both sides. They want to try and make a go, while Bad Xcuse, they don't want to give the Roshan away for nothing. There's a smoke here. Then they know that Roshan is being attempted. If the side of Surekh Gaming are not able to bring this down really fast, this could be the play here. This could be make or break for either of these teams. Are we gonna see Surekh Gaming bid goodbye to Ragequit Cup Season 3? I really hope not. I really want to see Game 3 in this series. By the looks of things, it's been beautiful. Sigil does scout out the fact that they are doing Roshan here, but they're playing it safe for now. There is actually the Tiny moving into the top lane. They're gonna actually trade for Raxes here. They know Roshan is being attempted. They don't want to come here and fight for Roshan. Instead, they're trying to apply some pressure here. There is the naked Rax here onto the top lane. It's exposed here by the looks of things, but there is the TP coming out from the Phantom Lancer. He's already secured that Aegis, so he's going to be able to stop any sort of damage coming the way of that melee Rax on the top lane, Valor.
Yeah, well, now since Phantom Lancer has got ages, so now it's the time to push at last. Now I think it's this is going to be a last gang is going to be now or never, since there is no buyback on anyone. So if any gang happens, so that would be a now or never situation. The team who wins the gang will win this match, and we will be seeing a third match as well.
Definitely, but the one more thing I would like to point out is, we know Bad Xcuse, none of their cores actually have buyback, but that's the similar case with Surekh Gaming as well. One fight last year, there's exposed Rax on the top lane, there's exposed Rax on the mid lane. This could easily be all game over here if Surekh Gaming actually get picked off. They desperately need to win this fight here. There's a desperate smoke coming out as well. They're moving in through the Radiant jungle by the looks of things. They're trying to catch out anyone they can find. If this Tiny had actually moved in a little to his right there, that could have been the opening that Surekh Gaming are actually looking for. There's some split push coming out from the Phantom Lancer as well. He does have those level 2 boots of travel to immediately join into the fight, so that's not going to be an issue. Looks like they are pressuring in multiple lanes here. They want to try and secure this tier 2 on the top lane, I would say, since if they do manage to win one fight, they want to straight away go ahead and secure all 3 lanes of Rax. So by the looks of things though, Phantom Lancer has abandoned that top split push. He has joined back with his team here. He does have that Aegis ready to go, so he's taking up the front line here. Lina's trying to throw out some magic damage here. Bounty Hunter comes out. There's a track onto the Winter Wyvern here. He is the main play. We saw the last time that they secured a 5-man wipe. It was on the back of that beautifully placed Winter's Curse. So a track onto that Winter Wyvern is going to allow them to keep ice. There is the status trap that's catching out the Phantom Lancer here. Nice right clicks coming out from the Lina rather, is dropping the Phantom Lancer really low. It doesn't have that Aegis ready to go. There's a blink, stun, toss. The Light Strike does connect. There's a Tech is using the bombs. 2 kills going the way of Surekh Gaming. 2 heroes are down. 3 heroes are down. Tiny activates that DKB, continues to pound down. Winter Wyvern has already used the Winter's Curse. Tusker has hit the deck, but for now, it's only Phantom Lancer against the wall. There's a 4-staff as well. He's being dragged into the tier 4 task. He's dropping really low. That mine is able to secure the kill onto that Phantom Lancer. Surekh Gaming, are we going to say goodbye to them? They gave up they put up a valiant effort there. But like you said earlier, Valor, that Aghanim Scepter minefield coming into play there, securing them a double kill right off the bat, and there's literally pretty much no coming back. Even though Phantom Lancer did have that Aegis, they're easily able to gank up on him and burst him down twice. There is no buyback on the Queen of Pain. There is no buyback on the Phantom Lancer. It's going to be 1.5 minutes on the sidelines for the PL, which means the Tiny continues to pound down on the Rax here in the mid lane. The range Rax hits the deck. There's some harass coming out in the form of the Arctic Burn from the Winter Wyvern. not nearly gonna be enough to do anything. The final glyph has been expended here from Surekh Gaming. Mid-Rax hits the deck. Tiny does immediately blink onto the top lane. He wants this. Melee Rax is gonna hit the deck as well. Surekh Gaming, come on, they need to make a comeback here. This is going for the bottom lane of Rax as well. They want to end this right now. BX do not want to. They do not want to deal with another team fight against the Phantom Lancer. They want to try and secure this tier 3 as well as bottom lane of Rax as well. The Queen of Pain has revived back for now, but the Phantom Lancer is still on the sidelines for another 35 seconds here. Multiple tracks coming out. There is the Tombstone already deployed. Tiny BKBs up and continues to pound. There's a Winter Scourge use as well. Big Sonic Wave does connect, but the Bounty Hunter hits the deck. There's a beautiful hook shot coming out. There's a Hex onto the Tiny as well. He's forced up out of the thing for now, but he continues to pound down here for now. He's dropping really low. But he finally hits the deck. Queen of Pain is able to bring the Tiny down. The Lena's trying to TP out of here. There is no disables. They pretty much spent all their disables in bringing down that Tiny. It is a hold. It isn't yet GG, but a lot went in favor of bad Xcuse Valor.
Yeah, well, I think that gang wasn't much useful, actually much quite effective for Surekh Gaming, since Tiny has buyback, and now he's going to save it for the next gangs, and Phantom Lancer doesn't have any buyback. He has just spawned, and now he's craving for some more time to redeem his buyback status.
Yeah, he just needs another 900 gold. I'm pretty sure by the next fight, it's gonna be 2 lives for the Phantom Lancer. But the question is, it is 2 lanes of Rax lost for Surekh Gaming. Is 2 lives on the Phantom Lancer gonna be nearly enough? I see bad Xcuse actually secure Roshan and just brute force those Raxes. They can just throw bodies at the Rax, get the Raxes down, buy back if Surekh Gaming actually goes for a YOLO push. So they have their backs against the wall here in game 2. Everything was looking nice and good when they got that pretty much 4-man wipe in the mid lane. It looked like at least 1 lane of Rax secured for the side of Surekh Gaming, but that they overstayed the welcome. That buybacks coming out from the Tiny, from the Lena, was able to easily turn that fight around for bad Xcuse, and they have been in the driver's seat ever since Valor.
Yeah, I think actually I had noticed that when the Phantom Lancer was tanking and he was trying to attack the barracks, this Techies didn't use his mines at that time. When Queen of Pain and Clockwork stepped forward, he had immediately used his this ultimate, that mine. So this was a very good game played by this Techies.
Yeah,
he's quite dreadful.
Yeah, definitely there. That would have been a really misplaced, since Phantom Lancer already had ages. He knew his targets. He knew what the priority was. When that Queen of Pain, when that Undying stepped up, he did use that mines which were under cover of that sign flag, if I'm not mistaken, and was easily able to burst 2 heroes down. They did not have much in terms of control after that. The Winter's Curse didn't really do anything, as the heroes of bad Xcuse were nicely split up. They were easily able to bring the Phantom Lancer down twice again after that. Looks like the Phantom Lancer wants to try and make a go onto the Tiny. He does have BKB as well as Boots of Travel to get out of there in case Phantom Lancer does continue to pursue the Tiny. Looks like that's not going to be the case. He's going to play it safe for now. He has upgraded that Diffusal Blade by the looks of things. He has picked up the Yasha as well. Looks like he's working his way towards what looks like a Manta style this late into the game. How effective do you think this item is, Valor?
No, he won't go for Manta style for now. He's just saving the buyback. Yeah, but Manta style will provide much of the agility, and he's not 6 slotted yet. He has a bottle to sell, and he'll have to wait for Diffusal Blade the charges to get over.
Yeah, definitely. He has upgraded into the level 2 Diffusal Blade as well. So looks like they want to try and go for this the mid Rax, but we're seeing a push coming out from the heroes of bad Xcuse. They know only 1 lane of Rax stands in between them and that lower bracket finals. So the Phantom Lancer is forced into TPing back to defend this tier 3 tower, which is dropping actually really low. They have found out the Bounty Hunter here for now. We're seeing the Phantom Lancer aggressively doppelganger there, and was easily able to bring down that overextending Bounty Hunter, but not a big loss in the large scheme of things. They were able to dish out a lot of damage on that tier 3 tower, Valor.
Yeah, well, okay, there's a gang, Lena, seems to die at bot lane, as well as they lost the BH. Now it's now the Surekh Gaming is aiming for the bot lane.
Yeah, there is no buyback on the Bounty Hunter though, but more importantly, there is buyback on the Lina. Looks like there is split push coming out from the Tiny as well. On the top lane, we're seeing split push from the Tuskar as well. So they're not going to be able to transition them into anything. The illusions from Tiny brings down the tier 3 towers. So the set of racks is exposed here in the bottom lane. We're also seeing one tier 4 hit the deck. This is going. They have their backs against the wall. I would say Surekh Gaming. They need to pull one out of the hat here. It's gonna require a magician, possibly 5 magicians on the side of Surekh Gaming to claw their way back into this game. We saw how well of an engage that was, considering that Surekh Gaming are actually really behind. They played aggressive, went out of their base, got a couple of pickoffs, but then the split push was a little too much from the Tiny as well as the Tuskar. They have to always keep an eye out on this top lane as well as the bottom lane, since that tier 4s are already exposed and one has already hit the deck. So if they actually do engage outside the base, this match could be over in 15 seconds. Well,
okay, this backed Xcuse team has now just employing the team alliance strategy. They're just pushing like hell. I really hate split pushing. This really torments the opponent team. I could have succumbed if I was in their position, but Surekh Gaming is handling it well. They are under pressure and they just don't want to give up. And I'm quite mesmerized by their what do you say? by their willpower.
right.
They're just holding it right there.
Right, it's do or die here for the side of Surekh Gaming. They have their backs against the wall, but they know one or two, maybe not one team fights. They're gonna have to win one team fight, possibly force out buybacks from the side of Bad Xcuse, and then win another to secure at least a couple of lanes of racks. They also have to deal with 2 lanes mega creeps pushing in as well. So it's a really uphill task for the side of Surekh Gaming, but they're not giving up. There is a smoke here coming out from the side of Surekh Gaming for now. They are showing just the Queen of Pain here, but by the looks of things, Bad Xcuse wants to play the safe. They know there is no they're in no urgency here. They know the Roshan is up as well. They can easily secure an Aegis as well as cheese on a couple of their heroes, and then try and make a push for this bottom lane of Rax Valor.
Yeah, well, this backed Xcuse has now got advantage since the two sides has been wiped out for the Surekh Gaming. Now they're taking the Roshan. Now they are in the full advantage. There's a very slight possibility for Surekh Gaming to win. Only if they have some, if only a miracle happens in the favor of Surekh Gaming, then only they will be able to win.
Yeah, definitely. A miracle is what Surekh Gaming is praying for here. I can only imagine the tension that the players are feeling there at the arena. We ourselves here sitting in the casting room. The atmosphere is absolutely insane here. But looks like we are gonna see the final push here coming out from the side of Bad Xcuse. Pings are coming out there to push out the bottom lane. They're trying to make a go here. The Tiny does have... He is in the top lane. He's trying to deal with this Phantom Lancer push here. He does have Boots of Travel cooling down in another 20 seconds. He tries to make a go onto the Phantom Lancer here. Couple of shots here. The Phantom Lancer does drop really low, but he does disengage. This is not the Tiny is not here to kill off the Phantom Lancer. He just wants to shove the top lane in, which is going to kind of split up the team of Surekh Gaming. They're going to have to deal with the creeps pushing in the middle. They're going to have to deal with creeps pushing in at the top. And then there is an impending 5-man push into the bottom lane of Rax as well. So I'm really waiting to see how and if Surekh Gaming are gonna be able to deal with this split push coming out from the side of Bad Xcuse. They firmly sit on top of the leaderboard as well as pretty much have the entire advantage in this game for now. It's forcing the clockwork of all heroes to defend here in the mid lane. One more thing I would like to point out is Phantom Lance as well as the Queen of Pain are actually good split pushers. If you want to have 3 heroes to deal with the mega lanes, mega creeps, it's pretty much Phantom Lancer, Queen of Pain as well as the Keeper of the Light. They do have 2 heroes of the 3 here. We see Tiny blinking aggressively. Manta style has already been used. They continue to pound on the Sonic Wave. This does not do anything. There is the Winter's Curse already used. There is the Clockwork going in aggressively at the backlines by the looks of things. But for now, let's keep our focus on the Tiny. There's the BKB already used by the Queen of Pain. There is the Lagoon up, just bringing down really low. Tiny is dropping. He does not have Aegis. He hits the deck. The Clockwork is coming in aggressively here as well. Paswal is dropping. dropping as well. In the backlines, Zelina has used that first off onto the high ground. She continues to pound on. The Aegis has been expended here for now, but there are 5 heroes on Surekh Gaming up here. They continue to bring down the creeps in the mid lane for now. Lina has been stunned here by the looks of things. She tries to bring down the Queen of Pain, but she blinks out there, and the Phantom Lancer does manage to bring him down. The ingenious Archmages has actually been hexed here. He does use Yules defensively. He's able to force off into the bottom ground here. Sonic Wave does it looked like the Sonic Wave did not connect, but then I'm guessing we've seen time and time again the Sonic Wave animation being a little glitchy, so looks like it did connect, and the Lina did hit the deck here. 4-0 the exchange in favor of Surekh Gaming, and the Meaty Rax is still alive. Valor.
Although the bad excuse has been wiped out except techies, but the Surekh Gaming can't take any move here. They will just have to be they're just tormented by this split pushing. They'll have to just defend. They can't even push because because the bad excuse has got techies. So it's a quite a tensing environment for the Surekh Gaming.
Yeah, definitely. The environment is really tense here at urban terrain, as Surekh Gaming fight for their lives, fight for their survival. It's a divine rapier for Phantom Lancer on the side of Surekh Gaming. This is I would say the biggest YOLO play we have seen in Ragequit Cup Season 3, and what better place to do it than an elimination match here in the LAN finals. He's gonna need a lot of damage. He's gonna need to burst down that Lina as well as the Tiny. What better way to do it than the divine rapier? So look, they're all in here, Surekh Gaming. They know that another fight lost here is pretty much game lost, so they don't really have to worry about Phantom Lancer actually dropping his rapier in the next fight. So they're going all in here. Look, I'm just excited to see this rapier in action, Valor.
Yeah, if Phantom Lancer lost the divine rapier, then surely the Surekh Gaming will have to go home.
Yeah, definitely. That's gonna be make or break. But I completely agree with Xcuse going up for that divine rapier pickup. He needs that damage. We've seen time and time again the Tiny as well as the Lina is easily able to survive all that burst. Looks like he is sharded in for now. There's a ball coming out from the Tuska here. Is this all over? No, it isn't. He's walking out defensively. Has used that Shadow Blade for now. He does not want to engage in, as the heroes of Bad Xcuse are actually trying to push out the top lane here by the looks of things. The Tuska was all alone there, so wisely he decided, oh, looks like the mines almost brought down the Phantom Lancer and that divine rapier down, but that heart was the difference there in keeping him alive, and possibly even dropping the rapier. He is walking up high ground. Is he gonna get hit with that stays it up? Yes, he does. There is the track as well onto the Phantom Lancer. Their pings, they're actually desperate pings coming out from Bad Xcuse. They know that was their moment, but all the heroes are spread all over the map. They're actually content with split pushing and choking out Surekh Gaming, Valor.
Yeah, as I said before, the Surekh Gaming they have just subdued into this defending. They are just going to defend till oblivion, while this seems that Bad Xcuse are enjoying. They are just tormenting them. They're just suffocating them with this split pushing, and the Surekh Gaming are just in a position that they can't do anything yet.
This is pretty much like someone being fed slow poison. You're just, there is an impending death, but it's a slow approach, it's a slow death, and that is pretty much what I would say is happening with Surekh Gaming. But with the backs against the wall, I've seen these guys are really tough. They went through a really hard game one. They didn't let that bog their mind. We usually see teams lose a really close fought game and then completely get steamrolled in the next game, but that isn't the case here. They gave it an amazing fight. They're still giving it an amazing fight, but with just one Rax remaining, that and all the split pushes, looks like there is a hex onto the Tiny. They're trying to make a go here. Sonic Wave has been used. BKB has been used by the Tiny as well. He does not have for his boots of travel for now. There is the Laguna used onto the Phantom Lancer already. She's 3 TPs out of there. So does the Tiny actually. He's just waiting on the cooldown for his boots of travel. He's in the trees there, courtesy that Blink Dagger. So the Phantom Lancer again dropped really low thanks to the Laguna, but not really enough to bring anyone down. Looks like there was some sort of a split push coming out from the techies. He has committed suicide for now, but he's going to immediately revive back up. Looks like of all heroes, Bounty Hunter is going to be the one doing all the split pushing here. The Clockwork is able to cock push him away for now. There's a Hex coming out from the Queen of Pain as well. For now, there is Harass bringing him down, but he does not drop. The Undying finally with that soul rip is able to bring him down. Looks like Phantom Lancer has spotted out Tuska here. He has gone into that Shadow Blade for now. He's going to be able to walk out of this safe. There's a lot of defending to be done here for Surekh Gaming. They wisely decide against pursuing that Tuska kill valor.
Okay, now since the Bounty Hunter is dead, this Queen of Pain, Undying and Phantom Lancer are pushing mid tower, while I don't think that this team Surekh Gaming will be able to join the team camps all together. There's split push coming from all the sides, so I think this game is going to last till eternity.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like both the teams are playing it really safe. I would even, in most cases, I would say Bounty Hunter walking up and trying to bring down the last racks, I would say, was sort of like a desperation move from the Bounty Hunter. He probably wants to get done with this, go back to his hotel, rest for a couple of hours.
That doesn't even matter. He's support.
Yeah, definitely.
The threat is the Tiny as well as Lina. And Techies. Yes, don't forget Techies. He has been here for a while. Actually, he has been here for a long time. He is just planting bombs on his base. So he's just planning for Surekh Gaming to come, and then he's just going to squash them all in just one quick second.
Yeah, definitely. That Winter's Curse as well as the Cold Embrace is gonna be a make or break. The Winter Wyvern is gonna have to pretty much play the next team fight absolutely perfectly for Surekh Gaming to even have a slight chance of coming up ahead in that engage. Looks like Bad Xcuse actually want to wait out for the next Roshan, which is already up by the looks of things. They want to try and secure another Aegis. The Tiny is 6 slotted. He has picked up that Monkey King Bar, which does nullify Phantom Lancer's butterfly pickup by the looks of things. There is a refresher as well as a Hex on this Winter Wyvern. That's a really farmed Winter Wyvern, Valor.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you. Everyone seems to be 6 slotted here. Let's see that if this upcoming gang is going to be the last one, or is it going to be the everlasting one?
Yeah, definitely. Looks like Surekh Gaming want to try and make something happen here. They don't want to stand inside the base, but there is a big wave pushing in here. That smoke is not going to result in anything, as Surekh Gaming are going to have to back out, but they don't want to do that right away. Phantom Lancer Phantom Lancer is pushing in the mid lane for now, but he's going to back out as well, since they do spot out the Lina trying to get some split push going in the top lane. They're going to have to back up and defend now that the tier 4 is down as well. It's an exposed throne here for Surekh Gaming. The creeps have entered the base here. They're trying to pound down here. The courier has been spotted out as well. There's a Boots of Travel coming in from the side of Bad Xcuse, but timely cancelled out there for now though. Looks like there was a stun onto the Phantom Lancer. He has picked up that double damage here. He's gonna have to scurry back here, but looks like he's just gonna farm up these Ancients for now, since the Queen of Pain as well as the Clockwork are there in the top lane to try and defend against this push coming in. But then it is a naked throne here, so they're gonna have to defend the bottom remaining melee racks as well as the throne. That's a big uphill task, I would say, Valor.
Yeah, well, okay, 72 minutes has been passed in this game. I don't think that Surekh Gaming can take up any more fight while defending. If they did this, then they would soon lose the Ancient by just defending. They will be so busy in their gang that they won't be able to notice the push of the fat, ugly creeps from the Radiant side.
Definitely, the side of Surekh Gaming are being choked here. I would say that's like the best word I can use here. They're being choked here. They're being forced to defend. They're being forced to defend pretty much all 3 lanes, which I'd say for the last 10 minutes, except for that smoke attempt, they really haven't left their base. They've been stuck here defending against push coming out from multiple lanes, actually, from the heroes of BX. Looks like Aegis has been picked up by the Tuska here for now. Is this gonna be the final push here for Bad Xcuse? Surekh Gaming does group up here on the bottom lane. There is the Splinter Blast as well as The Dragon Slave used by the Lina here. Creeps do hit the deck. Phantom Lancer moves out aggressively by the looks of things. That's pretty aggressive play there coming out from the Lancer. He wants to try and clear off this mid lane of creeps by the looks of things. There is the Tiny as well as the Bounty Hunter waiting here in the back lines. It's only the Tusker as well as the Lina surprisingly here in the bottom lane. They still don't want to commit 5 heroes to the push. They're just split pushing and spreading out the heroes of Surekh Gaming all over their base valor.
Okay, well, I don't have anything much to say. You have already said much of the strategies. And you're actually casting reminds me of Derby 1. If you don't.
Okay, I'm flattered. I'm flattered.
Okay, really.
Yeah, by the looks of things, though, Phantom Lancer is waiting here. Shards do come out from the Tusker by the looks of things, but they're not going in as of now. The Phantom Lancer does use a doppelganger defensively in case there was a snowball coming in from the Tusker. The Lina is easily able to burst down this wave here, so we might actually see a push coming in. The Techies has set up shop here in the top lane. Multiple mines being placed out all over this top lane. So even if Surekh Gaming actually clear out these incoming creeps, the Techies is easily going to be able to split push the wave into that exposed throne of Surekh Gaming. So we'll just have to wait and see what Surekh Gaming decides to do. For now, though, there is restricted to clearing out the waves. So even the side of Bad Xcuse seem to be content with just clearing out the waves and not actually making a move here, even though they have Aegis and Cheese. So surprising act with this, but I wouldn't blame the teams. There's a lot at stake here. Loser goes home. You really don't want to be the one jumping the gun and causing your team to actually get eliminated on the back of that. Looks like there is an engage here in the mid lane. There is a 4-staff coming out from the Bounty Hunter defensively. Clockwork is outside in no man's land. The Techies has spotted him out as well. There's a Yules coming out from the Lina. Is he going to land light strike at it? Yes, he does. There's a Laguna as well. There's a Mines coming out from the Techies. The Clockwork does hit the deck. He does have buyback ready. No, actually he doesn't. He spent all his gold. He does not have buyback. So that is 72 seconds on the back lines for the Clockwork. The Phantom Lancer goes in aggressively with his rapier here. There's a Hex coming out onto Swifty. Are they going to be able to burst him down? There's a Yules coming out onto the Lina as well. She's in no man's land. She's dropping really low. She hits the deck. There is another defense coming out from Surekh Gaming. Tiny hits the deck. Lina hits the deck. The Clockwork did go down, but then that was an amazing defense. A beautiful fight there taken by Surekh Gaming valor.
Well, actually, that was quite unexpected. I thought in the beginning that the Surekh Gaming had just almost lost his gang when the Clockwork died, but out of the blue, Tiny and Lina lost their lives. So I think that's a turn. That's a very quite a comeback from the Surekh Gaming. But I don't think that they should succumb themselves to just defend. They can't defend for the eternity. They just need to push. They need to take an action.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, they are going in aggressively here. The Bounty Hunter has been defensively forced after here. There is a lance coming out onto the Techies as well, but there's a lot of mines on the high ground. Last time we saw the Phantom Lancer walk high ground, get caught out in one of those stasis traps. They were easily able to burst it down thanks to that 6-second stun that comes thanks to that stasis trap. We see the mine sign has been deployed here in the mid lane. So that's actually really well played here. The Undying is dropping really low. He has been glimmer caped here up for now. The Tombstone has been deployed as well. The Techies easily brings that down, but the Bounty Hunter has actually killed off the Undying there in the backline. So he's dead for a good 77 seconds with no buyback by the looks of things. The Phantom Lancer is getting caught out here. Tusker has spotted him out. Pings come from the side of Bad Xcuse. This is the time to go. There's a boost of travel coming on to the Tusker as well. He does doppelganger out of that shards there used by the Tusker, and he is safe for now. So that's another beautiful play there. If he was caught out with one Hex there, one Hex could have been the difference to give Bad Xcuse this victory here 77 minutes into the game. Not to be the case. He is able to get out of there. I'm pretty sure the gold and XP graphs actually mean nothing 80 minutes into the game, but just for the sake of it, let's go and have a look at that. It looks like it's about 8,000 in terms of Bad Xcuse. XP is about 2,000, so nothing of worth there, Valor.
Oh yeah, well that was a good opportunity for Surekh Gaming to push, but indeed that Techies was just preventing them from doing so.
I know, definitely. They did spot out the mine sign here on the high ground, so they knew there were some mines there. They had to immediately transition. Looks like there's a hook shot onto the Tusker. The wrong target to go on. There's a bounty hunter as well. He's able to force stuff out of the cogs for now. The Tusker, meanwhile, is caught out there for now. He's getting pushed around by the cogs. There's an engage into the bottom lane as well. There is the BKB used by the Queen of Pain already, but looks like there are no kills coming out of that BKB. That's a BKB charge down. This is going to be the time for Bad Xcuse to try and make a go. The Phantom Lancer comes in aggressively. The Sonic Wave does not hit anybody. The Phantom Lancer is defensively forced out for now. The Queen of Pain blinks in aggressively. There's snowball coming out from the Tusker as well as the ball punch for now. There's a Hex onto Xcuse as well. There's the Lina using the Laguna Bear on the Winter Wyvern. He is able to survive through that engage. The Tusker is dropping really low. The Shiva's Guard used as well. The Lina is able to trying to bring down the Queen of Pain. There is the Yules. Is she going to be able to bring the stun? No, there's a Hex immediately coming out. Water Punch has been used as well. Paswal is dropping really low. He does it. There's a snowball coming out as well for there. He's able to survive there for now. Winter Wyvern is dropping really low as well. Phantom Lancer brings down the Tiny. There is the engage going on. The Tiny is actually brought down the Queen of Pain. Immediate buyback coming out as well. The Bounty Hunter is going to be able to TP out of that. The Rax is dropping really low. They actually in the backlines try to go for the Rax, but that beautiful team fight coming out from Surekh Gaming, they're able to hold on. But looks like the Queen of Pain actually killed off Lina there. That's a nice kill. But one thing I would like to point out, the bottom last set of melee Rax has hit the deck, so it's only a half HP throne that stands in the way of Bad Xcuse and the loser bracket finals, Valor.
Okay, well, a lot of the sides have been pushed from the Radiant side. Now they just can't push. They still just can't push. They need to defend. Tiny still has the buyback, and they will again push after respawning. And even if Tiny died, he would still buy back because he would be having a buyback, and he's not using it right now.
Yeah, there's literally no need for them to expend buybacks here. I see them actually get back to what they were doing before. Just get all their cores to revive, start off with the split push again, try and starve them out. They're gonna have an opportunity eventually to try and go for that throne. We do know the side of Dire actually does not have glyph for another 20 seconds, but it's going to be up by the time the heroes of Bad Xcuse have revived. So that actually could have been the play for Bad Xcuse there. If the course had actually expended the buyback, knowing that that glyph was on cooldown, that could have been the opportunity to try and make a go onto the naked throne. We know the amount of damage that the Tiny as well as the Lina bring to the table right now, so they would have been able to bring that down. Not to be the case. They're playing it really safe. The Tiny has Boots of Travel back onto the bottom lane, has used the Manta style as well. He's trying to push this wave out. Queen of Pain is trying to desperately defend in the bottom lane. In the mid lane though, we are seeing some sort of push coming out from Surekh Gaming, but now that all the heroes of Bad Xcuse have revived, they're gonna have to back out of there and try and keep this throne alive, Valor.
This Surekh Gaming would be able to win only if the Bad Xcuse team got exhausted of their buyback statuses, and I don't know if that would happen. And that would happen because, as you know, this situation is just forcing them to stay in their base.
Yeah, definitely. I see the one way that Surekh Gaming can come back into this game is they get a 5-man wipe on Bad Xcuse. Try and put some sort of pressure onto the Raxes of Bad Xcuse. Force them to buy back, you retreat, and then try to get another 5-man wipe, which is going to allow them to immediately finish the game. Looks like the Phantom Lancer is being spotted out by the Tusker and Shadowblade here. Are they going to try and make a go? Looks like there aren't any pings coming out. The side of Bad Xcuse is kind of content on still split pushing out. The Tiny is was pushing the bottom lane, but for now he has teleported onto the top lane. 4 heroes of Bad Xcuse are here. There's pretty much only the Tusker waiting up in the mid lane. He's just trying to stop any sort of push coming out from Surekh Gaming. We have seen Surekh Gaming actually commit a lot of heroes onto pushing out this mid lane for some reason. So Tuska's there to kind of strafe any of those moves coming from Surekh Gaming. For now though, they are backing off by the looks of things. They don't want to overextend with that Phantom Lancer having TP to that top lane. There are pings actually coming out from the Lina. The Clockwork has been spotted out. Are they going to try and make a go? There's a Dragon Slave, but the Lina does not want to go in aggressively yet. She does not have a blink. She pretty much just has a 4 staff as well as a Yules. She didn't want to overextend and pay the price there. There was a defensive use of the cogs as well, preventing Lina from trying to catch out the PL or the Clockwork there by the looks of things. Tiny, there is no item progression. Everybody's pretty much 6 slotted. They have all the items they need. You know this game is really late when you see a Winter Wyvern with also with the refresher, the Hex, the Vlads, the Boots of Travel. That's actually another really good pickup coming out from Winter Wyvern. That was actually the last item Vlad's pickup. They are defending against 3 lanes of Mega Creeps, so they do need that lifesteal on the Phantom Lancer. Since he's not able to have a dedicated slot for lifesteal, looks like they have spotted out Bounty Hunter here. Hex comes off, but they do not want to pursue since there is push coming out from the Tiny here in the bottom lane along with the Techies, which means it's back off time. There is the Yules used here onto this Undying. There is the Laguna Blade as well as a few right clicks here. It's able to secure the kill. The Phantom Lancer wants to try and make a go. The Lance is dodged out with that invis coming out from the Bounty Hunter. Track has been used onto the Phantom Lancer here, so that is probably gonna be a go. No, it isn't. They're backing off for now. The Clockwork is dropping really low. The Ancient is under attack as well. The Bounty Hunter is trying to push the wave in. So is the Tiny here in the bottom lane. They want to try and make a go. Tracks come out. Phantom Lancer knows he wants to try and make a go here. There is a lot of spam here coming out from the side of Bad Xcuse. The creeps have entered the base. It's Mega Creeps all 3 sides. There is the assault here. BKB coming out from the Tiny. There's the Winter's Curse here. This is gonna be make or break. They're making a go. There's another Harris. There's a Queen of Pain with the Sonic Wave. Is not enough. They continue to pound on the racks here. It's dropping low. It's low and it's GG. The side of NG, the side of Bad Xcuse take the win here over Surekh Gaming. They win it 2-0. They take the best of 3 series. They are going into your loser bracket finals here. We bid goodbye to Surekh Gaming. They did play a really amazing game, but when it came to the late game scenario, they lacked. They kind of, I would say, both the matches they got kind of restricted into the base, lost all sorts of map control in the mid game, and pretty much ended up experiencing a slow death, I would say, Valor.
Yes, my congratulations go to Bad Xcuse for winning this lower bracket match, and Surekh Gaming indeed lost 2 of the matches. Well, that wasn't good. We won't be able to progress to the 3rd match, but that was a spectacular match worth spectating, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. 1 hour and 24 minutes into the game. Bad Xcuse take game 2 as well as the series here in the lower bracket semi-finals. This is me, Shadeslayer and Valor signing off. Do stay tuned. We have the upper bracket grand finals coming up between Neckbreak and Team Illunes. For now though, a shout out to all the sponsors of Ragequit Cup Season 3, BenQ, Dragon War, Project Raid Force, and a host of other wonderful products. Do go online, do show some love to our sponsors. They're making this wonderful tournament possible, so go ahead, check out their items, show some love. For now though, this is Shadeslayer and Valor signing off. Hope you enjoyed this cast. Bye bye.
I really like the way they're trying to make it more professional.
Thanks to the monitor, I mean, your eyes are getting more comfortable.